What's for you won't miss you. And I think there's sort of this thing, where we feel desperate and we want, because we do as actors, we want to work. We want to work. We want to be on set. We sacrifice and give to this craft of our time, our resources, our energy, and we want to work and we want to do these things. And so sometimes we feel like we are sowing and we're not reaping, but it's gonna come.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of Talent Agent Talk, where we are bringing you educational lessons and real life stories behind the scenes of TV and film. I'm your host, Jason Lockhart, and a talent agent. But today, it's really all about Angela Davis. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Jason.
What a joy to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
And I know you have a ridiculously long resume of comedy, drama, movies, TV. I mean, just everything. Massive role on Gotham Knights,
Yeah.
which, you're in the Batman world.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But today, what we want to talk about actually, because you have two jobs
Yeah.
on this exciting mini-series coming out called Fight Night.
Oh my gosh.
So please tell our viewers, what are you doing on Fight Night?
Oh, what am I not doing on Fight Night? Fight Night is a crime drama that takes place in Atlanta in 1970, based on the true story of a robbery that takes place during and after the Muhammad Ali quarry fight. And so Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist, tells that story. And it is this amazing cast of characters. I play a mom on the show. And it's very funny. I play the mom of a girl who is at the party. And I'm also hired as a dialect coach. That's my official title, dialect coach and set coach on the show.
Can you take us back to when you got the job offer? Like, what happened?
Yeah, so I received a call from George Pierre, casting director, and it was like,
That's who you know.
it's this is a business of relationships. This is an industry where relationships are everything.
And he's booked you as an actress
And
many times.
a ton of
Because you
times.
show up.
And he said, "Hey, there's an opportunity. Is this something that you can do?" Yes. So I'm going to connect you. Got a couple phone calls from Will Packer's team, Sabrina Wind, who's one of the producers. And and then the line producer, Diane Ashford, gave me a call. We negotiated terms, and I literally started the following week. That was in February. It's now June. We wrap in 2 days, and it has been 5 days a week, minimum 12-hour days, working with the likes of Samuel Jackson, Don Cheadle, Taraji P. Henson, Terrence Howard, Kevin Hart, Chloe Bailey, Miles Bullock, Sinqua Walls. I mean, it's just an insane cast that is helping to tell an amazing story that is written by Shay Agbana. It is also written by Erica Johnson. Shay is also he's an Atlanta native. He's also the showrunner. And Kevin Hart is also one of the executive producers. Craig Brewer, I don't know. He did a little small project called Hustle and Flow. Yeah, you may have heard something about that.
A while ago.
A little thing called Hustle and Flow. He is the director of the first 2 and the last 2 episodes. There are 8 episodes in this miniseries that will air on Peacock, and it is incredible.
So with all of these big names, are there any like 1 or 2 that jump out at you as like, wow, I've learned a lot from this person?
Let me tell you, I can say without a doubt that I am a better actor having had the privilege of watching Don Cheadle.
Why?
Don Cheadle, as big as he is in terms of his career, his body of work, his level of work, is an alchemist. He is a protector of his character. He talks about acting the way that we talk about it. He wants to know script analysis. He always wants to know why his character is doing something. If it doesn't make sense, Don needs to know. He understands the art of storytelling, and he never lets his ego get in front of it. ever. And it shows in his work. And he shows up. He's on time. He's professional. He is kind. And he's ready to work. He is an immaculate listener. He is his work is almost divine. And that's why I mean, like, I was in a 5-month master class with Don Cheadle and Samuel L. Jackson, who never missed a mark. And it is wonderful to see actors at such a high level still walk on set and come ready to work and still deliver and not have ego and not let who they are or what they've accomplished get in front of the story.
I love that. It's about the work. And
It's
that's
about the work.
That's why they've been working for so long.
Yeah.
But you know what? I could compliment you too, because that's what you do. You know what I mean?
I don't know any other way. I don't know any other way. I don't know what else you're doing on set if you're not serving the story, if you are not serving the character, because you understand that set life is a collaborative playground where everybody's coming together to help tell a story. And if you are the weak link, the story becomes weak. And that's our jobs. And we have to approach it with that level of professionalism, but also that level of dedication and preparation. That's why staying in class is everything. That's why doing the work is necessary. That's why you do your research. That's why you ask questions. That's why you come ready to play. You're fluid and flexible. You come in with a point of view, with a choice, but you also understand that you are not the only person with a choice. You come in ready to do anything, ready for everything.
Hey, thanks so much for watching Talent Agent Talk. Quick moment of your time, because if you are enjoying this show, I'm guessing it's because you are also an actor and want to be booking, just like we're talking to our guests about. So we have our Improve Your Audition Bootcamp coming up to help you do exactly that. Put together auditions good enough to actually book the job. This is a 2-week boot camp where we bring in casting directors. Some of you will have the chance to have your work critiqued, self-tape, and live Zoom. This is a way for you to not only learn from your peers, but also get self-tape hacks and strategies to make your tape more engaging. This is a 2-week boot camp that's only $37, but there might be a promo in the description to save you a little bit of money there. 6 workshops, 2 weeks, $37 or less if you go to the description. But again, this is our Improve Your Audition Bootcamp. Don't miss your chance to grab your spot so you can maybe be on this show with Jason Lockhart before you know it.
Well, you know, I also want to brag on you for a moment, not just about the craft, but about the business, because you have a story that I think is worth telling. And that is, I guess it was it last year? No, 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
When you booked with Feldstein Parrish
Yes.
3 times in a row.
Yeah.
It was Woke
Yes.
and the Michael Showalter film.
Yes.
And then there was another one as well. I don't remember even what it was to you.
Yeah.
But you booked like 3 times in a row. And we kept pushing to move the needle.
Yeah.
And Tara Feldstein was like, I love Angela. There's no disrespect to her whatsoever. This is all they have budgeted and credited, whatever, for the role. I hope she wants to do it. And all 3 times you were like, hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. I support that decision. I would have supported walking away if you felt like your value was, going to be abused in any way, shape, or form. But you said yes, and you played. And then a massive recurring guest star showed up for the CW for Gotham Knights. And obviously I was excited. It's Batman. And Tara wanted you in that role so bad, the casting director, because you had just helped her fill 3 great roles over the past few months. You know what I mean? Where they got more than their money's worth out of a veteran actress who shows up and does everything you just said about these other guys. You do it too. And you got 2 redirects.
3.
3 redirects.
3 redirects in 24 hours.
That casting director refused to let them not cast you against all the competition from LA and New York. And without asking, without bitching, without complaining, you banged those out. You turned those around so fast. She fought for you, and boom, top of show.
Yeah.
The money came, the
Yeah.
credit came, the trailers came. It all came with the role. And she championed for you, and you deserved it. And I love that story because I really believe that it is about the relationships and who
Yeah.
you know. And your value of work is way more than you'll ever get paid for it.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? You could be making millions at this 6 months from now. We don't know what phone calls or emails
Yeah.
are coming.
Yeah. And I think that as actors, as human beings, we're always sowing seeds, right?
Mhm.
And
Planting.
you're planting, and whatever your religious belief, that concept is spiritual. It's divine. No matter what you believe, you are always planting seeds, and you are either nurturing or pulling away from. You're either nurturing or you're starving that seed. And if you are auditioning and you're being consistent in the work, you are going to reap what you are sowing. It's going to come back. What's
Michael
for
Showalter just came back and cast you again. I want
Again.
Angela again in my next
the
movie in
idea
Atlanta.
of you, and here we go with Oh What Fun. And I'm excited about that. That's going to be amazing.
And I bet he puts you in his next film.
Yeah, like it's what's for you won't miss you. And I think there's sort of this thing, where we feel desperate and we want, because we do as actors, we want to work. We want to work. We want to be on set. We sacrifice and give to this craft of our time, our resources, our energy, and we want to work and we want to do these things. And so sometimes we feel like we are sowing and we're not reaping, but it's gonna come. You are going to reap what you sow.
Well, that's where I believe patience is a huge
Yes.
factor.
Yeah.
You
It's
Especially when you have the body of work behind you.
yeah.
If you've already done it, you've
Yeah.
already proven that you can get to set numerous times. Of course it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
Of course. You just can't force it.
Yeah. And I think I think as actors, you have to be multi-hyphenates, right? I think
Certainly helps the psyche.
it
You
helps
can help everyone around you
you.
if you understand what they're thinking or what they need.
Absolutely. And I think as actors too, that we learn to play in different sandboxes. So yes, TV and film, but also commercials. I take that same attitude for television and film. I apply that to my commercials. I apply that to voiceover. I apply that to print work opportunities, hand modeling. I am a vessel of art.
And I hear it all the time. I love when when Target commercials come on. Here's the face behind the voice.
You know what I mean? Or Credit Karma, which I just got again. So if you see yourself as an artist and you're always serving and you're doing the work, it's gonna come.
I believe it will.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's so many lessons. I mean, Angela's also a brilliant acting teacher and an acting coach. I feel like you have so much knowledge and just nuggets that you have dropped and can drop. Would you say from Fight Night, is there, because you got to act on it and you did 5 months
Yeah.
working on it, is there any one major takeaway that you got out of it?
I would say that we have to remember that, especially in television or in any art form, that there's always more than what you see, right? So as actors, we're sort of in our actor bubble, right? I know I'm coming to set. I know my lines. I want to deliver this scene. I have my point of view. I have my choice. But what we're not privy to, which I was privy to for 5 months, is that somewhere down the line, behind the scenes, there were changes made to the storyline, which now affects what your character is going to say. So on the day of, we've had some script changes, or the night before, we've had to make some adjustments. And so now the choice that you love, you've made, you've researched, you've done the work, has to be adjusted or moved or changed. You have to be open to that. You have to be open. You have to be fluid and flexible, because your job as an actor is to not show the world who you are. We are mirrors. We reflect back to the world who they are. And our humanity is everything. That is what raises the stakes. That's what raises your value. That's what brings leverage to a scene. And when actors walk on set and are prepared, but also fluid and flexible and can change and are adaptable, it just makes the day. I mean, I was privileged to sit with producers and the showrunner and writers. And when actors had that attitude and they were able to adapt and play, they were like, I would work with this actor again. Yes, to this actor. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad this actor's here. They've made our day easier. They've made our jobs easier. That's our job. We are storytellers. And just like life has twists and turns, so do stories, because we're embodying people and we have to be open to allowing humanity in the story to change. That's what we do. It's who we are.
It's magic. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I hope that there's a real takeaway for so many of you watching. I have one last question for you, though.
Yes.
Is there a dream role that you would like to be cast in one day, or something you just dying to play?
Oh, a dream role. You know, I had a superhero dream role thing going. I don't know if I still have that. I would love to play a character. It doesn't matter what genre, what area, TV, film, whatever. It doesn't matter the genre, it doesn't matter the medium. But I would love to play a character who almost becomes real and iconic in a way that transcends the screen. In other words, who they are becomes something that humanity wants to emulate and embody.
Like
In a
Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, like in a positive way.
I
Yes.
was trying to think
Yeah.
of one.
Yeah. Like not a real person, but the character is so dynamic, so amazing that people want to embody the spirit of that person. Because I think that's legacy.
It is. It actually, one of
And
my
that's
favorite
what I
movies
want.
of all time, and it's probably why I'm sitting in this seat, was Jerry Maguire. And I remember Tom Cruise
Yeah.
was nominated for the Oscar for that role. And I thought, why the hell is he nominated for Jerry Maguire? Like, what does that guy go through? But really, what he goes through in that movie, he goes from kind of being a bad person to being a good person. And that is the arc,
Yeah.
and he goes
Yeah.
from being selfish and greedy to being selfless and specific.
You know, the best characters, if we asked anybody who's their favorite character, the best characters that live on, that are iconic, are characters who are so dynamic. They're not all good. They're not all bad. We hate to love them. We love to hate them. And they become so compelling and so captivating. But that's because that's who we are. We're not all good. We're not all bad. We have enough to be compelling and captivating. And that's the kind of legacy that as actors gets to live on when we're no longer here, gets to live on screen.
Samuel L. Jackson's done that quite a few times.
Yes, he has.
His arc in Pulp Fiction. Another one, bad guy to good guy. Almost.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, you might know from having seen other episodes, you do win a free car for being here today.
Awesome.
So I would love for you to reach into this bag from Sarah. It's a Star Wars bag, and pick out your car without looking.
Let's see.
What's it gonna
Let's
be?
see. Let me feel around, see what's happening. Okay. Yes.
What'd you
okay.
get? Oh man,
The Porsche.
a lime green Porsche that suits you well.
I love it.
You'd look great in
And
that
it
car.
matches. So, I mean, it's divine.
That's what you need to show up to in the premiere.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me.
It means
This
the
is so
world.
great.
I know you're busy, so
Yeah,
making this
this is
time
so
out for
great.
me and for a ton of people watching, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything you said. So, and thank you too for tuning in. If you have a story that you learned from set, or a great booking story, and want to pitch it to us to be a guest on the show, please do. Just send it directly to talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Again, pitch your story to talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Look forward to seeing and hearing from you, and more episodes to come.
Yeah.
Thanks again so much for watching. And if you loved that story and were interested to learn more about the casting office that actually cast that show, then I have some really cool news, because our sister show, Get Seen Unscripted, actually had them on the show. So you'll see it right here. Do not miss that episode. Over an hour on one-on-one with that casting director, talking about things that they like, don't like, to help give you the edge in your next audition. So thanks again so much for tuning in and watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you on the next one.